Doing yes, no pulls this morning. We will be doing yes, no pulls this morning unless you grab one of my 5 full cards reads. Ooh, okay. Um, Now there are a couple of rules. I do not read on relationships. I do not read on pregnancy. Those are my rules. I don't read on those things. Um, because energy changes. All right. And the other rule is in order to get a reading, you have to either subscribe or follow, depending on where you are, because we are live streaming in a couple of different places. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So we're going to do some yes no polls. So you can ask yes no questions. Um, you can ask yes no questions. Let's connect to the chat. Hello. Thank you for following. All right, so like I was saying, you guys can ask yes, no questions, but no relationship questions. I don't do relationship because energy changes, and you're not going to be blaming me for that. You're not going to be blaming me for that. All right, so I will do one free read to the person who gets me one of these tiny dinies. So I'll do one free full read to the person who gets one of those tiny dinies. To the first person and only the first person who gets a tiny diny. Why is that there? All right. Which is my goal. I'm trying to hit 5 of those. All righty. Just trying to make sure everything's good. Are there any questions? If you have questions, thank you for the likes, loves, and shares. I appreciate it all. If you have questions, hi. Hi, Zarina. Aw, Gabby. I'm going to let you stay for a little bit. Okay? Because I need the engagement right now to get out to other people. Oh, should I have a conversation with my mom today? All right, hold on. Let me make sure that this phone is going to stay up because I got my mic in here and it's doing something funny. Ooh, ooh. Okay, is it Kira or Kyra? If I hit an emote, I don't even know what that is, child. I don't even know what that is, yo. But that's cute. Thank you for the thought. A dance, child. Oh, I'm not a Fortniter. My kids are Fortniters. Okay, so some of y'all are saying things that are not cute because apparently they're being filtered. Um, yeah, so I don't do any relationship stuff whatsoever. So don't even ask because it's somebody else's energy. They're not here. That's not their permission. I'm not touching that. All right, so hold on. I'm just trying to make sure what is happening to my setup. We were all good. We were all good, bootlegging and all. We were all good. Okay, so was it okay? You said Kira. Okay. Now I'm confusing myself. Is it Kyra? Kira. I want to have your name right. You know, I used to be a teacher for 15 years. Um, Lauren. I don't do relationship, babe, but I'm sure there's somebody live who does. I'm just not into doing that. Okay, so Kira. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I'm trying not to block y'all's comments because I'm trying to hold this doggone phone up right now. Baby girl. I cannot find my what do you call that thing? Oh my gosh, brain is dying. Okay. All right. So these cards that we are doing, like I said, are going to be yes. It's not really an ad, like not really. We are doing readings, but I am showcasing things that I've been using so that you guys can see it. Hold on. So I do have. Let's see. I'm going to pin these. You can't get mad at me. We're doing an energy exchange right now. Hi, Caleb. Hi, Lauren. Are directors being attracted to my page? Oh, interesting. All right, so I'm going to do a list. I'm going to do a running list right now because I think that'll make things much, much easier. Okay, I don't think I have the chat going on yet with those other channels, so that's okay. Banner. All right, so let's talk about this. So Kira, oops. All right, one woman shower here. Okay, so I'm going to focus on Kira for right now. I don't know who's next on that yet, so we're going to go ahead and just focus on Kira. Like I said, this is just going to be yes, no, because last time I was on here for 5.5 hours, giving out basically half-hour readings. I can't do that again, because then I slept for like 15 minutes. What the heck was that? What was that noise? Okay, so let's see what's going to happen. Hi, Sasha. Give me a second, please. I'm going to go to Kira. So, 1 second. All right. So, your question was, no, we're not doing full reads. Hold on. Kira, can you type your question again so we can get started? Thank y'all for coming in. And thank you for following me. The only people I am going to read are either subscribers, if you're here on YouTube or Twitch, followers, if you're on TikTok or Facebook. All right, so Kira's question, should I have the conversation with my mom today? Oh, you said the conversation, so the conversation. That feels heavy. Like I felt heaviness like immediately. I'm not doing a full read, so don't give me full read cards. So should Kira have the conversation with her mom today? Should Kira have the conversation with her mom today? Tell me when to stop or make it hot. I don't do relationships, y'all, so please don't ask relationship questions. All right, Kira. Oh my God, that's not good. So the card here says, maybe. Like what? Maybe. Okay. See, now you're making me curious, and I don't want to be curious because when I'm curious, I start doing 30-minute readings. I'm not trying to do 30-minute readings. Okay, so hold on. First of all, you got the Temperance, right? So Temperance is a major arcana card. So it is something for us to actually pay attention to. So I'm going to give you some keywords here. And then I'm going to see if one more wants to pop out. Okay. Thank you so much, Lauren. All right. So Temperance, I don't know if you've ever seen this card in the Rider-Waite style, but Temperance, as you guys can see, is like basically pouring from one cup to the other. And I'm getting goosebumps. So this is good. Hi, Kathy. So this doesn't come off bad. Okay, so Temperance. All right, so here's the key question. This is why I like one of these cards, right? G Lantern, that's quite a question, babe. That's a heavy, heavy question. If you go down my profile, you already can get the answer from that question. G Lantern asked the question of what is your personal input of the world right now, and when it comes to humanity and where we are headed. So that's that. I am not answering any relationship questions, and definitely not any like that. I'm sorry. Okay, so Temperance is it's about balance. You know, when they tell people to temper their expectations or to temper their response, that tends to mean like tread carefully, you know? And so the key words here, because you did get it in the upright, the key word here is that it's moderation, it's balance, it's harmony, and it's healing, right? So we got some healing to be talking about. Oh my gosh. You know what? I don't know. Let me tell you something. If you give me a tiny diny, I'm going to let you go into getting a full read because I said the first person who does will get one. All right. So anyway, The keywords again are there. And so the question that's being asked is, how can you find balance in your life? So balancing energy is a pathway to wisdom, and moderation is a key to achieving balance. So, okay. So that is kind of what I'm hearing. Oh, actually, that's definitely what I'm hearing. I'm getting goosebumps all over, in case y'all didn't know. When I get goosebumps, that for me is affirmation, and that for me is letting me know that we're like on the right path with the thought here. And so it really is about you, um, Kira. It's about you tempering your expectations. Um, you cannot think and choose and be mad at someone's response to something they haven't had time to process. You know, like you're the one processing it to the point where you're asking, should I be having this conversation? But if you okay, I'm going to use this example. Um, but it's like when people have decided, for instance, that it's a good time to come out of whatever closet, not necessarily just homosexuality or anything, but just any kind of closet, such as for me, spirituality was kind of a closet for me, because I hadn't fully embraced it because I was like, there's nothing special. Doesn't everybody else have dreams? Doesn't everybody else see spirits? Doesn't everybody else hear from, like God and stuff? So it's like I always hear people say, God said, are they really not hearing from God? So it was like I didn't think anything was special about me, you know. I just thought everybody did it. And while I am in communities with a lot of people who do, there are a lot of people who don't. And there are a lot of people who are actually really afraid of it, to the point where people who have used my gifts uh, and were okay with using them because they didn't think about them, they just used them. But the minute I go, you know what, I'm a seer, like, and I'm a medium, and I use the word psychic, but I don't like to use psychic. And then all of a sudden, I'm getting scriptures like, oh, God is against this, blah 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 blah. I'm like, how is God against this? That book is 2,000 years old. You think God didn't exist before the book did? You think God wasn't talking to people before the book? You got to be crazy. So that's a long example about coming out the closet, right? So not necessarily a homosexual thing, but it could be just something that other people wouldn't understand. Thank you all so much for the love, the likes, and the shares. I really appreciate it. Um, and so that's what I'm getting for you, is to temper your expectation. Allow someone else to process whatever it is that you're going to give them. So I think the maybe here, especially because it's like with a fire sign. I know the light's kind of bright here for those of you streaming on the other platforms. Um, this is a fire card, and so I know that that's that, but it's like if it goes the wrong way, it's Mercury retrograde. First of all, actually, let me stop there. It's Mercury retrograde. I wouldn't be having any conversation that someone could blow up about right now. Like, I would not. I just would not. I just would not. So I'm gonna tell you no. But according to the cards, right? This card is a maybe, and I'm thinking the maybe. I'm feeling actually that the maybe is more on how would you feel if you don't get the right answer? Like, how would you feel if you do not get the right response from her? Oh, your mom's a fire sign. I don't know. I hear Lil Wayne like fireman. I'm old, child. I'm old. Because when I was teaching, that song came out. So that's what I'm getting. It's like you have to give someone time to process, in this case, your mother, but also you cannot expect her answer. And even if you expect the answer to be, oh gosh, even if you expect the answer to be a negative one, you can't go in pre-defensive. You get what I'm saying? So you can't be like, oh, she gonna blow up, so I'll just be ready for the blow up and I'm gonna blow right back up. We can't go into that. So you got to go temperance. And temperance is careful. If you're pouring from one cup into the other one, you are see? Susan says she never gets the right response from her. Again, you have to think about yourself and your own response. And if you're already pre defensive, it ain't gonna go the way you want it to go. I hope that answered your question. I really hope that answered your question. I don't do relationship questions, y'all. I'm gonna hop over here to Sasha. Sasha, you're tuning in from YouTube. Hey, welcome. Are you subscribed to me? Y'all, I will answer questions for subscribers and followers, so please make sure that you are doing one of those. If you're on TikTok, you could jump ahead by hitting that heart me. Oh, Jesus. Who is this? Who is this? Oh, I need to start running a list. Alrighty. Who is this? One of y'all needs to know that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You have the power within you to move forward. So whatever that question is you're thinking about, the answer is a hell yes. But you got to say yes to you too. You got to say yes to you too. Alrighty. Hey, Sasha. Okay, drop your question in the chat for me, Sasha. I'll read you real quick. Lauren, I'll put you second after Sasha. Give me 1 second. Hello. All right. Again, if you guys want full readings, you can get to that profile there. I have a live only special of $22. My readings are normally $111. Actually, they're higher, but for right now, I'm doing $111. Okay, let me keep a running list here. Someone out there. I just got this for you. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Okay, Sasha, is this a relationship question? Because I don't answer relationship questions. If you want to switch to a different question, you can let me know and we could do that. But I don't answer relationship questions, y'all. I'm sure there's some live person on who does. I do not. Okay? I don't no. I can tell you, heck yeah, that person's going to come back. Or heck yeah, that person will do this. And they have free will. And their thing is like, nah, let me try this. And then you're like, oh, that reader was wrong. Sorry. Listen. And I'm going to tell you another reason I don't take questions. Okay, so if that's a relationship question, give me a different one, please. Another reason I don't do relationship questions is because I had my own situation where there was just a terrible breakup 3 years ago. And it was really bad. Like, it was relationship ending type of stuff. And so if I was giving advice to a good girlfriend based off of everything I knew about that, I would have told her, keep it moving. Keep it moving. All right, Sasha, 1 second. I would have told myself, keep moving. Keep going. Like, you know how you do. Don't look back, right? But y'all, when I tell you, every time I journaled and I talked to God and I was like, listen, what's going on? Like, help me heal, help me move. I kept hearing, he's coming back. And I was like, listen, I don't want him back. Are you crazy? Like, God, why would you even do something like that to me? Like, I don't want him back. And he's like, he's coming back. I said, do you see what's happening? Why would I want somebody like that? Like, why would I want someone who was obviously not happy? Now, mind y'all, 2 months before that, my grandmother was in my dream talking about some fight for your relationship. And I was like, I don't fight for no relationship. If I got to fight, you got to go. Right? I'm not into that. So then, like, and I'm telling you, I heard God loud as day. And I'm like, dude, no. And I was like, look at the circumstance. And God said, what I said isn't what you see. I'm like, what you mean by that? He's like, I said he's coming back, but I don't want him. Do you understand that? I don't want him. And do you know, like 5 months later, we had some conversations, we learned some things. And that's how I know, like, sometimes you think you're a good person and you're not always a good person. Men need to be heard. They need the space to be heard. And so like you can ask a person a question and you might already know the answer for it. And if you're not actually hearing them, then they feel not heard. And so they shut down. And it was crazy. And so I realized, I wasn't a good guy here in this story. I wasn't a victim in the story. I actually helped cause the story. And right after my birthday or something, next thing you know, he's coming back just in time for me to have major surgery. And it was like everything lined up. And now we're together and we're getting married next year. So it was like, God, you funny. Because when I tell you that was heartbreak, I was in a doggone, what do you call that thing? Gym in Zumba, crying because a song came on that reminded me of us. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is pathetic. You're a G. Suck it up. Like, you're a relationship thug. Nobody gets to your heart. Oh, y'all. It was terrible. I was like, oh my God, I think I love him. Now, mind you, we had been together like 10 years. But it took a lot of work. Thank you, Sasha. Okay. So Sasha's question is, will my life get better for me and my kids? Oh, let's see. Hold on, Lauren. I'm coming to you. Hold on. Let me write that down. Kira, Sasha, Lauren. Will my life get better for me and my kids? Will my life get better for me and my kids? All right. So this here is for Sasha. No full cards. Nope. We're just doing a yes, no, okay? We're just doing a yes, no. Will my life get better for me and my kids? I'm going to tell you this, Sasha. I'm hearing in my head. Y'all, I can't sing. I don't like to sing in front of people, and so my voice sounds bad when I try to sing in front of people because I get really nervous and stuff. But what I hear is, hold on, I'm coming. I'll do it that way. Hold on, I'm coming. I think that's like the Blues Brothers or something. Hold on, I'm coming. So, okay. Goosebumps. Here we go. So that is a message for you, first of all, Sasha. I'm hearing, hold on, I'm coming. Who is the person, or is this God? It feels like both. It feels like God is like, listen, I'm doing some stuff. Hold on. Okay. But it also feels like I'm sending you someone too. Ooh. Wow. Okay. So let's see what the answer is on this card here. So is Sasha, oh girl. Sorry, you got me goosebumping all the way up into like my cheeks. Like, wow. Hold on. That's all I keep hearing is, hold on, I'm coming. I'm sorry, I cannot sing, y'all. I cannot sing in front of people. Let's put it that way. Hello, thank you. Y'all, I do have a goal at the top of the tiny dinies. They're so cute. So I only have a goal for 5. And for this morning, I only have 5 full reads open because those are like 30 minutes a piece. And for live, and only for live, they are $22. But if we're talking yes, no questions, you just got to be a follower or a subscriber. God dang, girl. Hold on. That came out upside down. So Sasha, thank you for the tiny diny. You're the first one, Lan. So guess what that means? That means you get a free full reading. I said the first person to give me one gets one. All right. And you get to jump to the line. Okay. So, you understand? All right. So, hold on. I can't see. Okay. Sasha, you got the 7 of Wands upside down. And the word on here is maybe. It's maybe, but it's upside down. So I don't feel like it's a good maybe necessarily. So really quickly, guys, these cards, they are in my shopping cart. If you are on a different platform, they are in my description. I love these cards. They have like keywords and stuff to help you. So Sasha, on the upright, this card would be, how can you assert your beliefs and stand your ground? And so on the upright, this would be challenge, competition, defense, perseverance, and courage. But that's not what I heard in your question. And that's not what you got in this card. What you got is the upside version of this card. And the upside version of this card is giving up. surrendering, being overwhelmed, feeling defeated, lack of courage. I'm definitely going to tell you, again, I guess the song makes sense now, right? It's definitely a hold on, just hold on. But the other thing I'm getting real strong right now, because they're going all the, I don't even know if y'all can see these things, but they're standing up. What I'm getting is change your mind. You have to change your mind, baby. Because I heard the resignation in the voice, even from your text, like, will my life get better for me and my kids? I need you to not feed yourself the negativity. I don't know if you get that. But what I mean by that is if you're on these socials, right, whatever social you're on, don't feed into those memes, those videos, those posts where people are talking about stuff like, I'm going to use this for example, strangers will support you faster than family would. It could be true, and it often is, because nobody believed Jesus was really Jesus, like the Messiah from his hometown. It was like, Jesus, Mary boy? Cha. Okay? He had to go somewhere else for somebody to say, Messiah. I always use that example because it's like, if Jesus couldn't get no respect at home, why would you? You know? Anyway, so that said, you got to change your mindset, and sometimes your location, actually, but you got to change your mindset about what you're allowing to feed you. You need to feed yourself a different diet, a different mental diet, right? So, and it can't be one of defeat, and it can't be one of continued negativity. No. I'm not reading you another card, by the way. I'm not. I keep looking at the chat, but in the camera, I'm not reading you another card. Okay. For a second, I'm going to give it to you just because I think this adds to what I'm saying. And that is the Seven of Cups upside down. So in reverse. So the Seven of Cups in reverse is saying that you have confusion, indecision, and lack of focus. So what the major part of this is, one, like I said, your focus is in the wrong place. Your focus is all on that negativity stuff, and you got to drop it. You got to drop that. You got to drop it. You got to drop it. You got to drop it. I was going to say, I was going to cuss for a second, but I'll say that for later. But you got to drop it. You have to definitely drop it. You have to change your diet. So, like I said, it came upside down. And the first initial card came upside down and says, stand firm in your convictions and defend what you believe in. And you're not doing that. You're not doing that in your life. So when we talk about the question of, will my life get better for me and my kids? It's up to you. And what it is for you to start seeing the opportunity and what's sent your way, because you're the one telling yourself no. And this is a no card, by the way. So you're the one telling yourself no. All right. Whew. I'm not going to go any further. I hope that helped you, though. I hope that gave you some understanding here on why you are where you are, but also kind of stay where you are. Just shift your mind. Shift your mind. Feed your mind something different. It's time to heal. It's time to not hold on to other stuff. It's time to heal. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for asking that question. That was a great question, because I feel you, girl. Listen, I've had a rough 3-4 years. Like, the pandemic, people don't understand. The pandemic is still here, and not necessarily in sicknesses, though people are, but women especially were very, very impacted by the pandemic, because we had to stay home and raise kids, or we had to stay home and teach kids. And so that being home took a lot of us, like, out of the workspace. It threw off our game. And for some of us, it's been a shitty job market on top of that. And so shitty job market, shitty economy. They've been lying about the recession. The recession's been here since like 2022. It's for the regular folk. We've been in a recession. We've been in a recession. And these people over here playing with our lives, our health, everything, like we not been. Mm-mm. And I'm not talking about just the guy who's in there now. I'm just talking about rich people, period. You know, they're like, we're not in a recession. Look at the stock market. Baby, I don't have stocks. So what the stock market finna do for me? You know what I mean? Ah, hey, Beast Eater. What's up, Potato Kitty Gunner? Thank you so much for the other tiny diny. You know, it's like you over here looking at a stock market like a stock market got something to do with me. Yes, Lauren, you are next. And so what is your question, baby? Lauren's next, and then we're going to jump to land, and we're going to do land with a full reading. As long as it's not relationship. I'm not doing a relationship reading. Listen, I love me. What are you talking about? I love me. No, hey, V-Cedar. I see you. Ooh. Are directors being attracted to my page? I'm not going to count this because I hadn't read your question. So this like jumped out right before I did read it. So I'm going to put this back. But just so you know, it was a yes upside down. It said lack of recognition, lack of success, self-doubt, lost confidence, lack of inspiration. It might be for you actually. But we're gonna put this back in here. Hey. You're very welcome, Sasha. Okay. Dang, what is with y'all? All right, let me concentrate and make sure this is for Lauren. So Lauren is, are the directors being attracted to your page? Are the directors being attracted? Choose one, please. Let's look at both. I got 2 yeses upside down. I have the creativity one. I always count this as a creativity card, though I know Pentacles is like about money and stuff, but I count Pentacles as creativity. Though creativity is also wands. And you got the Chariot upside down. And for me, the Chariot is like about people who make decisions for you. Gifted up. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. What does that mean? Set up now. I don't know what that means. Okay. We're not doing a full reading. She's not doing a full reading. Send a club quest. I don't know what a fan club is. I'm just going to ignore that. Y'all, they got too much going on right now with this thing. Thank you for lighting it up, Amina. I appreciate that. Appreciate the roses, girlie. Oh my gosh. Your name is so close to my best friend from 6th grade. Amira. All right. So, Lauren. So, like I said, for me, the Chariot, in this case, feels like decision makers. But see, you got this twice. Okay, I'm gonna show you what you got. All right. So you got, and I'm not doing a full reading. I have to tell myself that because y'all, I got to work on boundaries. Okay. So you got the Chariot upside down in reverse. So the 7 in reverse, right? And then you got the Pentacles in reverse. And again, like for me, this one always deals with like valuing your own self, your own creativity. Yeah. So the keywords on this, let's read these keywords and I'm gonna tell you what I'm getting. All right. So, oh, that card was for you, child. Because look, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So that card was for you when I had read your question earlier. But it's in the reverse. And I think it was in the reverse then too. Look at that. So it's about how can you use your willpower to achieve your goals, right? And so you're talking about a goal of being put in front of directors. You're talking about a goal of, well, have you solidified what your actual goal is, for one? Have you like really thought about what is it you're trying to do? I don't. Are you an actor? Are we talking about acting and directors like that? Or are you talking about like dance or something? Um, because that would be the 7 upright, right? Okay, actress. Okay. So that would be the 7 upright is willpower, direction, control, and forward movement. Because the chariot, if you think about chariots, like there's 2 horses and blah, 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 rewriting. You don't have that. You have it in the reverse. So what you have is a lack of direction. You have aggression. So there could be some negative feelings for yourself, towards the industry, towards whatever. And then it also says lack of control, which you do in a way, sort of, kind of, but not really have a lack of control over whether or not someone chooses you, because it's a pick me type of job. I used to be an actress. Good morning. But at the same time, the control's in their hands. But you honestly do still have control, and that's the thing. Like, I'm getting you feel that you don't have control. You do have control. Um, and so the 8 would be practice makes perfect. Hard work always pays off, but yours is in reverse. So that's not necessarily going to be the truth for you. So it says, what areas, look at it, both of these are goals cards, because it says, what areas do I need to focus on to reach my goals? So what I'm getting here is, one, you need to clarify your goals. Like, what is literally your goal? Do you want to be a working actress? Meaning, there are people who have been in the industry, especially Black actors, who have been in the industry, and we've seen them in so many different things, and you don't even know their name. Like, you couldn't tell their name. But you go, oh, that's that boy in that, like, you have seen them over and over and over again, but you don't even know their name. But they work, and they keep work, right? So are you looking to be a working actress? Or are you looking to be a known actress, right? Or are you looking to springboard acting into one of the other things? So, but see, that's one of the things, though, because you're talking about climbing as far to the top as you can. To the top of what mountain? Again, are you trying to be a working actress, or are you trying to be a known actress, or are you trying to be a combination of them both? And then you're running into like the Taraji problem, or something like that, is like not being paid your worth or whatever. So here's the part that you need to, okay, so possibly direct at some point. All right, so here's what you need to be focusing on. One is, okay, now that you know what your goal is, thank y'all. I don't know all these numbers and stuff, so I don't know all that. So I'm gonna just set up a new goal. Thank y'all for helping me reach my goal. I really appreciate it. So what I'm asking you here is clarify your goal. Clarify your goal. I want to get as high to the top is not a clarified goal. It's just not. If you want to um, become a working actress who's on the B list or the A list, you say that. Like, get real clear on what you're aiming for. Are you looking to be an awarded actress? Say that. Like, get as clear as you possibly can about what your goal actually is, and then go get it, right? So that's the next part of it is, once you clarify that goal, then you go get that goal, okay? So it says here, practice makes perfect, hard work always pays off, but that was in a reverse for you. So it feels like you need to be putting in more targeted practice, more intentional type of things. Not just take classes to take classes, but take classes aimed towards this particular part. Take an improv class because you want to know, you want to be able to make your improving your auditions stronger or better. Take a comedy class so you can learn about beats and control, and you get what I'm saying. So what you need to be doing is not just practicing, but practicing at the craft and for the goal that you actually want. Thank you for the heart, me. Okay, is that making sense? Because while you're feeling like there's no direction, like no control for you, this is your control. Your control is to become the best you can, right? Working actors, actors do not stop. You don't ever stop learning. So, because like I had Will Smith's acting coach. I met him in a workshop here in Miami, and he was just like, "Oh my God, you're such a natural. I need you to come to LA, and then we will work together. Like I will work with you and make sure you get into these movies and stuff." Mind you, I was afraid to go because I was a mother of 2 kids, single mom, and LA is hard, right? Or at least that was the story I told myself. Um, so I didn't go, but like that was such a good thing to hear from this known person talking about, you need to come. You're the most natural I've ever seen at this. And it was true because, I'm ADHD. One thing we definitely know how to do is be a chameleon and blend in. But I hated the process of auditioning because I'm ADHD. I don't like people judging me. Just give me the job. I'm a slam it. You know what I mean? So you got to like take that feeling out. Also, if you have it too, like, just give me the job. I'll do it. Like, I'm real good. Once I get in, people gonna tell me how I'm good because I know I'm good. Yes, you're good, but you also still have to keep proving, right? So that's the other thing here is ooh, that just jumped out. Hold on. God, see, this is why I can't do full readings, and I still get full readings off of 2 doggone cards. Um, what just jumped out? Okay, so one, keep doing classes. Okay, that's one thing, Lauren. Keep doing classes. Do targeted classes. Take comedy. Take improv. Take more and more of targeted classes so that you slam your auditions, right? So you just walk into them and it just feels like another exercise in class. You want to be, I don't know if you've ever seen Don Cheadle's casting. Oh my God. You have to YouTube it. Don Cheadle's I think it was a chemistry read or a casting for Devil in a Blue Dress. It was one of his first movies, and he was with Denzel Washington. When I tell you the level of expert in that man was like, I'm not there. I am not there. Like he's taking off a jacket. He's like totally in the energy. I'm like, I am not there. I need to do more classes because this man, woo! Like Don Cheadle is so slept on. So slept on. He is amazing. Um, So just keep doing them so that people say you're amazing, even in just an audition. Okay, so the thing that jumped out though is in both of these cards, right? One says in the reverse, it says lack of um I'm sorry, yeah, this one, seven of chariots. It said lack of direction. And your question is, are directors looking at my page? No, right? Because it was upside down. There's a yes card, but upside down. No, they're not. But why? Because you're not focused. You're not in control of your page. So think about the roles you want and show up on your page in the roles that you want. But also think about the roles that stretch you and show that you can be stretched too. Does that make sense? I hope it does. All right. So, y'all, I do not do any relationship reads, so please don't ask me. Do not ask me. If you do want a longer read, you can click up here on the face, or if you're watching from somewhere else, you can go into the description and you can click that link and grab a live only special of $22. Okay, so we're gonna go to Lan right now because Lan grabbed the Tiny Diny first. So, Lan, where you at? If you do want a yes/no reading, make sure you are following me because that's a requirement. Make sure you are following me. Tell me your question, Lan. Following me or subscribing, depending on what. Nope. Oh, Lan, you get a full reading. What's your question, babe? Am I using these cards? Let me see what the question is. Okay, so I don't even know. All right, so right now, these are the cards that I'm using. They should be pinned to a shopping cart or something. These are the cards I'm using. They look exactly the same. You'll see the little moon. These are awesome. I really like them. You don't have a question? Okay. Do you want to gift it to someone else? You could do that. That's a possibility. Or if you got one, ask one. Okay, do you have something else? I really don't do relationship. Hello, Allie. Thank you for following. Thank y'all so much for the follows. I really, really appreciate it. Like a lot. Trust me. Do you have a different question? Because I really do not do relationship questions. You heard my long spiel, my long story. Just making sure I don't have any others over here. Yes, if you want a yes/no question, give me a follow and then drop your question below. Oh, I definitely don't answer those questions, Allie. I'm sorry. But you may be able to find somebody who's live right now who will answer those type of questions. I don't do medical questions. Oh, I love that name very much, her. I do love that name. That's great. Okay, will I pass my MBLEX exam? MBLEX. Help me out real quick. What industry is that? Lan, are you there with a question? Okay. We don't do relationship questions, babe. I'm sorry. But I'm very sure you can find somebody on who does. Okay, Lan, you want a general? All right, awesome. Let me do Allie's test question because it's just a yes/no, and then we'll do a general read. All right, so girl, I was about to say it out loud. Okay, so Allie, the answer I got is yes. The word that's, I'm sure you can see it. Can y'all see it? It's yes. It's an Earth card. And it's a page of pentacles. And so page is about students. Like pages are usually students. So this card like jumped out and said, yes, we will. So page is about that. And then pentacles tends to be about work, health, finances, time, and material reality. And the body, right? So it's about those things. So Allie, I'm definitely getting for you that it's a yes. And it's like you see the page like, behold, look at this thing that I've done. So that's happening here on this card. Also, it says the future belongs to those who prepare for it today, New ideas can change your life. So to just ask a question, the thematic question of this is, I'm definitely not answering that question. I'm sorry, Davo or David. How can I stay grounded and focused in pursuing my goals? And so the words here are opportunity, learning, exploration, focus, and practicality. So just stay focused on what you are going for, which is passing that exam, But it was a big yes, because, girl, I just went to say, well, Allie, flip. Okay, I guess the answer is yes. Yes, you would. Okay, so I hope that answered what that was the answer you were going for, I'm pretty sure. But and when you pass it, Allie, when you pass that exam, celebrate yourself, okay? Don't let it be just another accomplishment. Celebrate yourself. Like, for real. Behold, y'all. Look at what I got. Look at what I did. Celebrate yourself, even if you're standing by yourself. All right. Oop. Oh, girl, one more thing. It said this is an investment into your future. Long-term vision, patience, perseverance, and waiting. You planted the seeds. Oh, yes, ma'am. You've planted the seeds. Tend to that garden. Stay there. Patience is a virtue. What is yours will always come back to you. Have faith. So that was another yes card too. Hey, thank y'all for the heart me. I appreciate it. Okay. So, Dave, I'm not answering that question, babe. I don't do relationship questions. All right. So we're moving on to Lan. Lan wants a general reading. Okay. So we're gonna switch. Let me switch to the deck. What am I using? I'm gonna use the Faces of Oshun. I love these cards. So we're gonna pin that so you can see it. So we're gonna move on to the Faces of Oshun. We'll be back to yes, no questions in a little bit. This is one of my favorite decks. Like, absolutely, not one. It really is my favorite deck. And it's an Oracle deck. It's called, like I said, Faces of Oshun. It is beautiful. It is melanated, and I just love it. I love it, love it, love it. But and honestly, to me, it's like the best. It just tells a great story. So we're gonna look at these now. All right. So Lan wants a general reading. We're gonna see what comes out, and then see where we're going with that. Okay. Y'all, I will get back to answering everyone's questions, but right now we're going to be paying attention to, ooh, look at this. Like, look how beautiful. That is like so freaking beautiful. Ah, look at her. Diva. Okay. So we're going to jump into, what am I saying? We're going to, ooh, Lan needs a general reading. All right. Tell me what Lan needs to know. Tell me what Lan needs to know. I need to know the story. What does Lan need to know? Okay, so one thing I'm hearing for you, Lan, is be patient. I'm making faces because I'm like, why do I hear that song again? So it can't be pertaining to her, can it? Like, I'm trying not to process my thoughts, to be honest, because I talk myself out of it, and I'm not trying to do that right now. Let's see. Okay. Be patient. All right, what does Lan need to know? What does Lan need to know? Am I using these cards or am I using other ones? These cards. So what does she need to know? I'm calling you a she. I don't even know if you're a she. I couldn't tell. Oh my God. I feel like those fell. Not that they came out. Yeah, I feel like those fell. Okay. No worries. I don't do relationship questions, y'all. Thank you, Samantha. Oh, that'd be cool. Have I hit that before? You know, listen, I have to talk myself into going live. Like I've done my last 2 lives. One was 3 hours and one was 5.5 hours. And then I slept for 13 hours. And I was like, so it's like, am I going to do a live again? I don't know. It's like, I got to have boundaries. But I get so, they're just so fun. All right. I'm not taking other questions right now. I'm trying to see. Man, I feel like there's something. Okay. Let me switch this up because what do you need to know is not a good question. Why do I hear doctor's note? Doctor's note. Be patient. Be patient. Be a patient. Doctor's note. Why am I hearing doctor's note? That's weird. Okay, tell me about that then. What's happening? What's happening? You're not talking, so what's the question? Trying to figure out what the question actually is. Okay, what's around the corner? Is she doing okay? Is that the question? No, that's not the question. What's the question? All right, just start me off. Give me one card. Let me know what that is, and then we'll see. We'll see where we go from there. Like this only happens when I'm not getting the right question. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the question. Hey, Jeremiah, I don't answer relationship things. Oh, we got the 10K. What? Thank you. Okay, let's see. What can I do? That's nice. I like that one. No relationship questions, y'all. I don't do relationships. I don't do pregnancy, medical stuff. What's happening? Why is this not happening? Okay, it is these sets of cards. Because I can go to Lightseers if this isn't it. This is it. All right, what am I not asking? I asked it already. Okay. I would have had something drop by now. What is it? What does Dr. No go to? Lan, I don't know. Lan, I'm getting like there's something, and I could be wrong, but I'm getting there's something you're scared of. Like there's something. Is it something you're waiting to hear and you're scared you're not going to like the answer? Or, Okay. I'm getting that there's something you're scared of. So what's the outcome to that then? Okay. Is it like what somebody's, no. But it feels like it deals with somebody else. Is it medical? Oh, okay. So tell me about it. How is it going to end? Okay. That's where we're supposed to be. How is it going to end? What's going on with that? How's it going to end? Okay. You see, now they're coming out. How's it going to end? How's it going to end? Thank you so much. How's it going to end? How's it going to end? No, I'm not counting that. First of all, that was a lot. How is that going to end? I'm going to show you the cards in just a second. Okay, so I'm getting goosebumps. So I'm getting that there's something, a response or something from someone that you are scared won't go the way you want it to. Now they're falling all over the place. Okay. Let me know if I'm in the direction so that I know how to keep going. Because the card that fell out is Oshun Rising. And the key words to that is awakening, enlightenment, and insight. But it's in the reverse. So that's not what's happening. You're not living with your own flame, your own fire. You're not living out loud. You're not in full control of yourself. Is that correct? Full control of the situation. It feels like there's someone else attached to this. Okay, that resonates. All right. Talk to me here. So how's this going to end? Okay, how about this? What needs to be done? Tell me the story, because I don't see the story yet. I don't see the story. What's the rest of the story? Okay, that's not the question. What's the question? Okay. What does she need to do? Is that the question? Yes. Okay. So what does she need to do? I'm hearing move on. Oh. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. What else then? I got Oshun of the Drought, just so I can tell you what I'm getting, and then we'll talk about it in a second. But I'm hearing, I just heard move on. And change directions. Move on. Let me write that down. Move on. Change direction. And that's my answer to what you need to do is move on, change direction. Okay. What else we got? It feels like there's more. Okay. How about I not ask the question? You just tell me. So what's next? Okay. So what happens next? How about that question? So what happens next? Yep, that's a good question. It's so weird. So what happens next? Thank you so much, Samantha. I really honestly do not. Sorry. It's blocking some comments. So I gotta approve them. Yeah, I don't do relationship, y'all. So, okay, Lan. So, wait. So what's next then? Okay, that's the question. That is the question. So what's next? Wait, what's next? What are the next steps? Border. What are those called? Border, not border. Boundaries? No, border. I don't know what that is. I'm just gonna write that down and see what comes out of that. Oh Lord. What does this mean? Give me the story. I don't see the story. Well, I do, but I don't. What's next? Give me the whole story. Okay. All right, and then what? Okay, show me what happens if she doesn't. Is that the next one? All right, so far, okay, so far the story I'm getting here is, again, like what I said before, is that you don't live in your own light. You're not living in your own power. You should be chasing away the shadows. You should be chasing away the negativity, the doubt, the insecurity and stuff. But instead, it feels like that's what you're inviting, right? And it feels like, like holding on. It's almost like, bro, I know you lying. I don't even know which way these fell. It's like, oh, these are the same two that came out when I said I wasn't going to read them. The same exact two next to each other. When I said I wasn't going to read them because I didn't think they pertained to what we were talking about. Same exact two. That's wild. Sorry, y'all. Okay, but how does that one go? Because I don't know if this was... Is that upside down? Yes. Okay. Is this the story? Is there another one? Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. Are y'all spirit guides bossy? I was like, is there another one? It's like, yes, but read first. Okay, so here we go. You have like I said, Oshun Rising. And like I said, this is such a beautiful card because this is what it looks like upright, right? So you see how beautiful it is. Like, do you see her basking in her own light, her own power? Do you see how she's like basically queen of the hive and she's chasing away the shadows? That's not how you got this card. You got this card like this. So this is what you need to be working on because this is where you need to be. You need to be in your own light. You need to be in your own power, but it feels like you're giving it away, right? It's still deeply attached to you. It's still yours, but it feels like you're giving it away, like you're repelling it, like you're saying, I don't want this, which is like crazy pants, right? That's crazy. Because then you got this card here, which is Oshun of the drought. And so what it looks like here is, again, like this person who is on her knee, who feels exhausted, who feels weary, who looks battle worn. Like she's moving by the light of the moon, so it feels like covert. It feels like kind of, I was gonna say sneaky. It feels sneaky. And the words on this is fear, insecurity, fear, insecurity, and scarcity. So what I was saying before is, and when I got this card, that's when I heard move on. That's when I heard change direction, right? Because this actually feels like the person. It feels like a person who's attached to you, and whose insecurities you have been navigating and giving into. Because at first I thought this was yours, because again, you're giving your power away, but you're giving your power away because of this person. Is this resonating? Let me know if this is resonating. Thank you so much for the heart, me. Let me know if this is resonating. Because I feel like this story is kind of okay. So I think I'm hearing not I'm thinking I just saw a family, like, is it mother? I saw family. So I saw family's insecurities. I saw like the things that they're putting on you, like maybe expectations. Yes. Okay. So Lan just said, I feel like all my life people have taken my power. That's what it feels like. You've been having to navigate that, their weight, right? And so again, the answer I'm getting for you, because this question I was asking is like, what are you supposed to be doing? How are you supposed to be moving? Yep. Eldest daughter. It feels like eldest daughter syndrome, right? Okay. But it feels like it's their insecurity. It's their either like unfulfilled dreams or just expectations of you or something like that. And so you've been having to navigate that. But the question is, what are you supposed to be doing? Which is what I asked at that point, is stop that. You have to move on and change direction. In other words, you're going to have to pivot into what you're passionate about. This is literally the next card. And she's so gorgeous. Remember, I showed her to you guys? Are you kidding me? Anyway, so you see her, she's like so freaking amazing. And so this card is telling you it's about your passions, your desires, the things that you want to do. That's where you need to be going. That's how you need to be. Okay, border. Is that cross state lines? What is that? Yeah, it feels like a leave home situation. Um, Border. I'm hearing like border because I'm thinking boundaries, but it's like, no, it's literally border. So I think there really is like this move that needs to take place in order for you to be this person. Because, like, look how almost exact they are. One who lives and breathes in her fire, she controls it, she commands it. This is her, like, her voice, her willpower. No, this is the willpower. Um, her purpose, right? Like the light that literally shines from her, it's in her hands, but not in yours, because again, it felt like you were giving it away. But here, it's like if you cross the border, Like if whatever border means. I feel like it could be like a physical type of move of like literally get out of Dodge, like really leave home, like really, or cross the line, like whatever line is drawn in the sand of like, this is not what we do, this is not who we are, this is not how we behave, this is not what I set for you, this is not. It feels like it could maybe be, it's something to do with a border, of crossing a line, of getting away, of moving into your own space type of deal, um, so that you can live out loud. Oh, mm-hmm. Okay, so you just said moving into your own place. I live with my kids, right? So it's like there's. It feels like a threshold thing, like a physical move is how it feels, so that you can be all you, like literally be all you, in your color, in your vibe. You know, dye your hair, wear whatever color you want, paint the walls whatever color you want, like mismatch if you want to. Who cares? Like it's like just live your imperfectly beautiful self. Is like you need to move on, like little move on, change direction. Um, so there's a pivot that needs to be happening, um, and it's one that should not come with regret. Because if you do not, this is what I'm getting. If you do not, what happens is you block your own abundance, right? So this is Oshun overflows, generosity, wealth, auspicious, blessings. Oh, by the way, this is passion, longing, and drive. And so this card is absolutely beautiful in the upright, right? So it is beautiful women fully owning who they are, like peacocking for real, because, peacocks are like, look at me. So this is like, look at me, you know? And it's like finding your, I'm going to say tribe, but it's like finding your tribe. It's like being in a place where people live out loud and just be their selves, like all their beautiful selves, all their colorful life, all like totally in community, spirituality, everything, except it was in the reverse. So it's like drowning in a sense of, because you're not getting to be who you fully are, because you are living in a place where your voice is not respected or heard. um, you're living the opposite of what is actually waiting for you. And what's waiting for you is the abundance, is the overflow. And instead, it's being stopped. It's being like choked, or what's the word? Plugged, or I can't think of the word right now. Um, like a stopper, whatever. So it's being corked. There we go. Right? Aren't they beautiful? Smothered, girl. That works. Um, either way, what it means is you're not getting to be all you. You're not getting to be all you, and I don't think you've ever gotten to be all you. It feels like the time is now, or very 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 close. And by very 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 close, it's like don't sleep on this. um, Maybe by the end of this year, end of this I'm feeling fall. Like if you need to make a plan, right? Does that make sense, Lana? Is that resonate, Lana? Lan, are you are Lols? Is that making sense to you? Um, okay, so uh, okay, so there was one more card, because I'm getting like make a plan, make a plan. You said yes, very much so. Is like create your plan, create your roadmap, your to-do list, your agenda, your, like, it's like figure out what you want, right? Figure out what you want. Honestly, like, oh, it's, uh, vision boards get to be so cheesy, but I think you being able to visually see yourself, your dream, like what you actually want, like visually see it, I think is so important for you. Like I'm really feeling like that's a good move for you, is to see it out loud. See what you want, where you want to go, what you want to have, who you want to be, and like, one second. All right, let these come up how they're supposed to come up. I got that card again. This time, yeah. Okay, so I got the drought one again, right? So the drought one again is, this actually felt like yours this time. This felt like your fear, your insecurity. You saw that shuffling I was doing. She came up upright, and this is yours. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't go, oh, but I can't have that. Yes, you can. Right now is dream life. Like put your dream life on paper. Put it in visuals. Like, is it to go yachting on Sundays and have mimosas with other people? Like whatever that dream life thing is, you need to put that on paper. Does that mean you're gonna live it? Yeah, it does actually. Um, like the things that we put energy towards do get to be ours in one way or another. Like you don't know exactly how the picture is going to come out, but you can aim for it, because this came out too. And this is what happens. This is where you are actually. So, and this is my favorite card. This is why I bought this deck, is because I saw this card and was like, "Oh my god, this is me." So this is Oshun of the Dusk. And so dusk. Dusk is that day turning into night. But the words on here are similar to that. Like it's a change. It's a change in time. And dusk is like, it's a gradual change, right? So we gradually move from day to night. But in that dusk time, that's when we have these beautiful sunrises, like gorgeous sunrises. Like I take pictures of them every day for the last few days because I'm like, oh my god, these are so freaking amazing, and in these colors. So you got Oshun of the Dusk, and that's about cycles, transitions, and closure. So this is where you are right now, is you are in the space and place of a transition. And you know how I was talking about seasons, and like, I see fall and whatever. So this is literally it. You see the fall leaves? So it just like totally validated everything I was getting ready to say about like the timing of your season. And you see she's actually holding the freaking sand. So she's holding time. Um, and so, honey, like the time is nigh. Like it's very, very close. And it is up to you to bask and to live into all your glory, all your beauty. Cause like I love these cards. This is like so amazing. Do you see that? And then like she got the full moon, honey. Ooh, matter of fact, the full moon is in 2 days. So get your wish list together for the full moon and start manifesting. Start putting your thoughts and your intentions into, this is the life I want. This is the life I deserve. This is the life I will have. Okay? That's where we're going. It's time to change. It is a change on the horizon for you, but it's one that you have to be willing to go for. And in order to do that, you're going to have to get past your own fear. Okay? Does that make sense? Is that resonating? Are you getting it? And the fear too is the insecurity part of like, how am I going to be able to afford this, or how am I going to find that this fast? Let me tell you something. Okay, I had a friend who was like, now mind you, this is before I was like, oh, I'm spiritually gifted. I just feel things sometimes. um and I had a friend who was looking for houses, and her houses, like two of them, like she was going to get one, and then one of the corporations bought it cash, and so she got like taken out of it. And then so one day I was just like, you're going to find your house this weekend. She found her house that weekend. And she sent me a picture, you know, the whole link and stuff. And I'm going through it and I went, this is it. No, she sent two. And I was like, nope, it's this one. This one's it. And when I tell you that girl was in her house within 14 days, boom, 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 just done. 14 days. And she had just renewed her lease. And I was like, nope, you're about to find your house. 14 days. Thank you so much, Samantha. Um, 14 days. I was like, who buys a house and moves in 14 days? So anyway, it was great. I loved it. I loved it. So I hope you appreciate your reading. Thank you for being my first Tiny Diny. All right. I hope that helped you. I know you didn't. You had what do you call it? You wanted a general reading. But this is what I'm getting for you, is that your cycles are ready. Your cycles are ready. I feel like I'm talking about your period. I'm not. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, y'all. So if anybody wants a full reading like she just got, I do have live special right now. My readings are 111, but you can get it live right now for $22. And I'm only doing 4 more people live at $22. How do you find that? Over there. Find that information. Aren't these cards gorgeous, y'all? And look how big they are. That's the thing, though. That's kind of the one thing I don't like, but I do like. Because, like, look at this. My hands. They're so big. And they're so sturdy. And look at the back. It's dripping in honey. They're so vibrant. I love these cards. So right now, you should see that in the shopping cart. Ah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Lan. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to get back to the yes, no questions. Wait, what are you doing? Nope, we're not doing another reading. So we're going to, sorry. Like this is, I got to have boundaries. I got to have boundaries because I'd be like, okay, next person. No, I'll see. It takes me like 30 minutes to do these because I got to find the story and I got to hear it. I got to hear the story. All right, so we are about to do yes, no questions. I'm going to move to the next deck. Wait, let me put this back. If you are just beginning with tarot, like me, like I literally just, well, I mean, I had a deck of tarot cards for 20 years, but it was just like fun. Thank you, Samantha. It was like fun. And then, but I never like did them seriously because I didn't know I knew how to read them. I just like, I was always looking in the book and whatever. But anyway, so if you are, and I'm gonna show you all these real quick. If you are learning tarot or want to learn tarot like I do, and I'm actually, let me tell you, I'm 46 years old, so I'm actually like, I'm too old to learn all this. This is how I'm thinking, because I actually read intuitively, and I got a little bit of a cheat sheet to remind me what the signs mean and stuff, but I still go off of intuitive. This right here, this is how I got started. So this is a tarot journal, and I just shared it in my shopping cart. Very sturdy, but y'all, this is why I got it. Because listen, I'm a Gemini and I'm ADHD, so I like do a lot of research. First of all, the book's very beautiful, and then she explains stuff. So she gives you like practices, and like the different type of cards. I think this card spreads are in the back, actually. Oh, this is the part that sold me. Y'all see this? All those tiny things, those are stickers. So like when you do your own reading, and she got like 1 card readings. I skipped, I think my first one I did and I love purple, so this is a no-brainer. So my first one, oh yeah, so right before you get into your journals, she has like different spreads and what they mean. So my first one, look at that. So you get to put your little stickers. So even if you have a different like deck, you can still do the stickers by the stickers. So you see that? And then I got notes on the side. And then it's like, what were your first impressions? Because it's like trying to teach you how to just read intuitively first. and then add deeper meaning with what they actually mean. So this is really good. You write down your question, what the moon phase is, and then there's like lots of stickers. It's like lots of stickers. So um, I don't know how many of it. Like this is a full deck. This is a full deck. Like I think each page is a full deck of the. Yeah, each page is a full deck of those cards. And then here comes the next ones. So you got lots of stickers. So that's here in this journal, which I have linked there. If you're watching on on Twitch or Facebook or YouTube, that's in the description, this tarot journal. It's really, really good. I like it. Thank you, Samantha. 20K. Girl, that's a lot. I think that actually might beat my thing. I only have 15K, I think was the max. I think that was the max. I have another one, but it's not in the shop. This one I would also recommend. This one's by Tina Gong. Now, I was very fortunate to find this in Goodwill. Actually, this is what got me started. I found this book in the Goodwill. I got it for like $1 or something. And then I was like, you know what? Let me get some cards. Because I lost everything in storage last year. When I tell y'all I had a very, very rough financial life these last few years, I definitely did. And see, and she goes over all the cards. Now this one I do not have in the different spreads and why you would use them. So I don't actually have this attached. I couldn't find her in the shop. I love that book, but I love this book too. All right, so let's get to, oh, we have shares. All right, so we're gonna now move on to the yes no questions. In order to do yes no questions, you got to be following me. So let's make sure we're following. If you do a daily heart me, because what am I up to? I don't think I got 5 today. I'm supposed to get 5. I'm doing these challenges of they call them campaigns or something. So I'm doing those, and I think I'm supposed to get 5. I don't know if I did though. But you know, it's not a bad thing. A daily heart me is a penny. So if y'all could spare me a penny, that'd be great. And get me a daily heart me, please. As I told you, these last 3 years have been very, very, very hard. But I would not have gotten here if they weren't. I'm talking about very hard. I'm talking very dark, very hard 3 years. Like I was very temporarily homeless. Slept in a car for 2 days. And then a friend of mine got me and my then boyfriend a hotel room. And then I moved all the way back to Florida. I was living in Georgia. So my life's been very hard these last 3 years. Extremely hard. All right. So, hey, Samantha, let's see. Will I ever publish a book? Girl, of course you will. Like, honestly, that's the first answer. I don't think it was just me, but that was like a hell yeah. But I will tell you, I actually teach people how to write books, or did. I published, during my dark 3 years, I published 18 books. I had to keep busy. I kept so busy that I couldn't think about my life. I had to keep busy. I'm doing 1 card yes or no questions, no relationships, no medical stuff. I'm just going to show y'all real quick. Here's 2 of the books. These are journals. These are 2 of the journals that I published. I Forgive Myself, and then a Dear God prayer journal book for men. And I got 1 for females. I got I Love Myself. I had to keep busy. So these are some of my books. Y'all, I tell you, 18 books. I published 18 books. All right. So Samantha, will I ever publish a book? Let's see. Samantha, will I ever publish a book? That's 3 cards, Samantha. You don't need to be a great writer. You need to be a great storyteller. There's a difference. Oh, that's 4 cards. I can't do 4 cards, y'all. Come on. Yeah, no. And you don't give me an answer anyway. All right. So Samantha, oh, you just muddied up my energy with that statement there. I'm not a great writer. Okay. Shake it off. Well, what y'all keep doing? Listen, I want a 1 card pull. 1 card. All right. I'm going to give you these 3 just because they keep trying to do that. You got a yes, yes, no. You got an air, earth, fire. You got an ace of swords, a king of pentacles, and the emperor. All right. Oh, girl, listen, let me tell you something. You don't need to worry about no grammar or anything like that. They got too many tools out there for grammar for you to worry about. Listen, I used to be an English teacher for 15 years, and that went out the window. No, you don't. Stop waving. You need to stop telling yourself stuff. I'm getting swords and stuff. All right. Okay. So, Ace of Swords. Swords are a mental thing. All right. Oops. Swords are mental. Okay. So, this is like decision making, thoughts in your head, and of such. It's a yes card. And so what I'm getting from this is it's all in your hands. Because if you notice, being that this is the Ace of Swords, it's in your hands. Like, it is your choice. It is your call to name yourself an author, to crown yourself as an author. So this is all up to you, like, period, point blank. What you're going to get is based off of your choice, your movement. Okay. In addition to that is, again, with swords being like mentality and things of that nature, this is like, watch your mind, right? So it's like you need to make a decision and you need to go with it. You need to be the person to say, I am going to publish a book. I am going to write and publish a book. I am going to finish, and it is going to be great. And who cares about grammar? They got programs for that. Okay. So this is you having to be a leader in your own life. Okay. You are the main character in your own life, and you're also the author at the same time. So you need to be the leader in your own life. You need to make that decision and step forward and say, yes, this is what I'm going to do. So the keywords here are clarity, new ideas, mental power, truth, and breakthroughs, right? And like, if you get stuck, go take a shower. Like, I love taking showers, because they, that white noise just like allows my thoughts, my creative thoughts to come forward. But you can go take a shower. You can go sit in a spa, like touch water and just get like, let the spirituality and all that stuff happen. Or you can go outside and like sunbathe and just like meditate and then start writing. Basically, you're going to have to create some kind of mental shift for yourself. It's like when you work at home, you're not supposed to be working in your bedroom. If you work at home, you're supposed to set, say, like your computer and stuff on a kitchen table if you don't have another room. Why? Because the act of leaving your room to go to work is going to shift your mindset into work. So this feels like command 6 months. Okay, stop that. This feels like command your day. Command your. This is your goal, your dream. Take command of it. Take charge of it. Lead it. Um, and you see those 6 things on the side. I just heard 6 months. So you can get this done within the next 6 months, should you choose to. Again, it's all going to be about choice for you, because the next card that came out was the King of Pentacles. It's going to be worth it. Okay. Pentacles is like wealth and work and money and manifesting and feeling everything. And then again, the King is about like taking charge and being that person. And so that's the same thing here for you is if you say the King of Pentacles, Pentacles, he is in charge of that. So it says here, oh, hold on. So the phrase on the Ace of Swords, and that was a yes card, by the way. It says, with this sword, cut through confusion and gain clarity. So even if you find yourself like running up against a, what do you call the thing? Yes. See? Okay. So you just said coming out of a bad emotional place, but have been getting better. Okay. So again, that's a mental thing, right? But here it's saying cut through all that. Like cut through all that. So if you find yourself coming up, say, against writer's block or whatever, go outside, like take a walk, like allow the thoughts, allow the mundanity, mundane, monotony. There we go. Allow the monotony of walking, especially if it's in like a familiar place, to take care of your body's movement so that your brain can go somewhere else and your spirit can come in and start talking to you. So it's like we have 3 parts of our bodies that need to be used, and that is our physical self, our thinking self, and our spiritual self, our mental self, our spiritual self. And so get your physical self moving, like make it do stuff, and then with the mental stuff, like I was telling the other lady earlier, is start feeding yourself something different, right? Start hyping yourself up. If you haven't listened to or read Jen Sincero's book of You're a Badass, it's not a bad book. She's monotonous to me. So her 5-hour book took me 10 hours. But maybe you might like it. I don't know. Or you can read the book yourself. But in other words, you got to start reprogramming. I also liked, and some people, well, a lot of people actually like it, Stephen King's book on writing. I love that book. It was actually really good. It was like half memoir, half book of like stuff like that. I will also tell you this. Don't lock yourself up into a type of writing. For instance, I had tried to write a romance book for like 10 years, the same one story. And I tried and I tried and I tried, right? And then I took a screenwriting class. Thanks to MySpace, they had a quiz and they were like, you're actually a film writer. I was like, you know what? MySpace, I think you're right. And so I got into screenwriting. I was like, oh my God, you really are right. I took the same exact story that I had been trying to squeeze into a book, and I wrote a full screenplay based off of that story. A full screenplay is 120 pages, but while that's small for a book, it was the entire thought process, right? From beginning to end. And I was like, oh my freaking gosh, that's awesome. Okay, so here's what I'm going to suggest to you, Samantha. See, I'm like, why am I bringing it up? I'm getting goosebumps about it. I was like, why am I bringing it up? All right, so I'm going to tell you, like, try a different way. Try a different way to tell the story. Now, have I gone back to writing that book? Yeah, I have. Am I finished? No, I'm like on page 80. Um, but I've written like 4 screenplays in that time. So the thing about a screenplay is it just, like, I can see it better. I can just see it better. With book writing, you have to put the way that they think and all this kind of stuff. And then with screenwriting, you put what do they do because of what they thought. Like, screenwriting is not a whole bunch of thoughts. You still need to know. See, girl. Oh man, that's fantastic. So that, okay, babe, that, like, consider a different way. That doesn't mean you can't circle back to it. You absolutely can. You can use the screenplay as an outline. Um, but so that was a yes card that I had got there for you, right? So that was the King of Pentacles. And so, um, yeah, so that's about like being a visionary and all that kind of stuff. So you might want to think on the screenwriting part of it. I'm going to tell you that's not an easy industry to get into, but who knows? Because when it's your purpose, and sometimes that junk just like that, like for real, just take off, right? I got like 2 Christmas books I'm supposed to write. I got those ideas. Well, one Christmas book I kept. Listen, this is where I was like, I think I'm crazy. Because I had thought of something while I was driving, because physical was being taken care of, mental was paying attention to the road, and so spiritual was coming in, and so I had thought of like a scene. I didn't realize I was thinking of a scene. I was just like hearing voices. I hear my characters, um, and so I was thinking like, what? Matter of fact, like I've won some awards for my screenplays. I was like, what? uh, I had somebody respond and was like, "This is not a comedy," and then I was like, "Oh, okay," because I do rom coms. I was like, "Oh, okay," and then I'm all heartbroken and stuff. And do you know, like 2 weeks later, I got from a major screenplay thing, Screencraft. I got a quarterfinalist in their comedy. I was like, wait, I thought I wasn't funny. And then, I just realized some people just don't understand you and they try not to. Okay, we'll talk about this in a second. You're not supposed to be getting a full reading, but you've been giving me so much love and like and just being so engaging. We're going to do that. All right, so here's the other thing. This is why I started laughing when your freaking cards just said, give her a full reading. Okay, fine. Out popped the Emperor. You're incredible, girl. Thank you. Listen, when you're a writer, you do everything, girl. I got a major with like I've won poetry contests, like everything. I do articles, everything, everything. Okay. But the Emperor, right? The Emperor says, oh, hold on. So the King of Pentacles says, how can I use my financial resources and leadership skills to create stability and prosperity? And so while those are financial things, and that could be take a class if you need to, right? You can go to like a community college and take one of their screenwriting courses. That's the second class that I took, was at a community college, and that one was incredible. I liked it. It got me started, and I really liked it. And also know that people who teach at community colleges, they also teach at the big colleges. So go save some money. Go to community college and take a class. Um, and then you have the Emperor. So the Emperor says, how can you assert your authority in a positive way? So I started laughing because I taught a writing program called Walk in Authority, the play of author and authority. And so with that popping up as your first word, I was like, oh yeah. Now, mind you, this is a no card. Okay. This is a no card because, again, for me, it comes to being your decision, right? So authority, structure, stability, leadership. Are you going to do that? This feels like, excuse me, this feels like a choice. Like, are you going to do that? The other thing about it too is like learn the rules and then break them. Oh, see, and then I was supposed to recommend a book for you to read. And I was like, why would I recommend her that? And that's why I started telling you the screenwriting story. The book I'm going to recommend to you is, can I even say it out loud? You know, TikTok's weird. Um, Kill the Dog. So there's a well-known film book called Save the Cat, but there's an opposite book. Like Save the Cat became like this industry standard type of thing, whatever. But somebody who actually like worked in the industry, like really, really worked in the industry, um, wrote Kill the Dog, and it's a much better book. Like Save the Cat, I was like, I'm not feeling this, and it's a good place to start. Like it's a good place to start. But the dog book, I was like, yes, this, yes, this will work. So that, but then I got this out when I was talking about, I think the change or something. I forgot what I was talking about, but it was something different, and it came in reverse. So it's a no card too, but now it's in reverse. So it's a yes if you do this. Okay. And so this is the Eight of Swords, and as you can see in the Eight of Swords, the person is tied up. You know, they are mentally, physically, like tied up. They are feeling like they are imprisoned, like they don't have a choice or anything like that. But if you notice, there's no sword in front of them. So this is all in their own head. This is their own thoughts that are keeping them imprisoned, right? And so that would have been something negative like mental imprisonment and victim mentality and all that stuff. But you got that in the reverse. Okay. So it says break free, liberation, seeing opportunities, newfound perspective, expanding horizons. All right. Yeah. So this is showing you that the door doesn't exist. You're feeling trapped is in your own mind. So that's something to work towards. Oh gosh, there's a major director. There's a major person in the industry who had agoraphobia, and they worked on getting over it because their dream was bigger. And I can't remember who it was. I can't remember who it was, but it was such a good story. So this is again a get out of your head thing, break free, liberate yourself, see your opportunities, don't just see them, go for them, get a different perspective. So hopefully this just gave you a different perspective about not necessarily pursuing a book, but you can pursue storytelling in a different way. Is that who it was? I can't remember who it was. All right, and then it says expand horizons. So that means, and I will tell you, thanks to the pandemic, a lot of things are online now. Stuff that they said could not be done online is. So a lot of things are online now. You can meet producers online. Like there's so much online now. And you don't even have to live in LA anymore. So there you go, full reading for you because you were so awesome and because obviously somebody had something to say. Okay, one card pulls. You must be following me, guys. Was that does that answer your question, Samantha? Did that answer your question? Thank you. Did that answer? What was that? Aw, thank you. Girl, listen, this is the end. The end of it is this. This flew out because it wanted to make sure I told you. So the end is Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So Nine of Pentacles, I always think of them as like seeds being planted and then getting to be harvested because they're money and their value. Okay. Yes. So they definitely get it in your own way. And see, it ends on a yes. It ends on a yes of you being able to publish because we still call screenplays that are done published, right? And it says you are independent and confident, so invest more in yourself. So again, how can I cultivate self-sufficiency and financial independence? This is going to give you abundance and luxury and self-sufficiency and independence and material comfort. So you got some stories in there, girl. Time to unlock them. That's cool. And you know, a great way to start is to do short. Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. So that is definitely it for you, baby. But a great way to get started is to write shorts. The shorter you can write a short that says something very strongly, that means you're a pretty awesome writer. Because shorts are hard. Shorts are hard. But you could film it on what you call it. You can film it on your phone now. The phones are so good. So you can get some friends together and be like, all right, we're gonna act this out. So thank you so much. I am lovely. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So if you're following me, freeze 5. Hello. Y'all ready to get into it? Let's do a yes no card. Yes no question. However, oh my God, we're 20K. What? I don't even know how to make clapping thingies. How do you do all that? So here are my rules. I don't do relationship. I don't do relationship. I don't do pregnancy. I don't do medical stuff. No. Because you are not coming back to me to say, nope, you were wrong. Listen, first of all, people have free will, so I can't be wrong. And then second of all, medical stuff, like really just seek a medical person, not me. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to open it now. We'll answer the first question that comes up after. You got to make sure you're following me. This thing does tell me. Have to be following me, and then put a yes no question that's not relationship, and that is not what do you call it, medical. So, and I'm just not like, medical is not my gift. I don't have that gift for medical. I know some mediums who do. Thank you. All right, so first question to come up, and that's the first yes no we're going to take. Again, keep it a yes no question. If you want something longer, I do have a special right now for live only. That's the information about it. You would click that thing, you would go find it at that link of, I think it's on there, Flowlance, and then you can get a full reading for $22, which is normally $111. All right, so first question is, will I get my dream car? Give me your name. Oh, is it Sashika? Sashika? Is it Sashika? I want to make sure I say the right name. Hey, y'all, I don't do relationships. I don't do relationships. Oh, girl, I used to be a teacher. Not girl. But, I mean, I used to be a teacher. So we had to say a whole bunch of names. Okay. Let's see. Will Sashika get their dream car? Sorry, I'm just hearing things and I'm like trying to process them, and I'm like, stop processing. Okay, so let's go back to it. Will Sashika. It's upside down. Okay, so we got a reverse here. Hold on, let me see. Okay, no more comments over there yet. So we got a reverse here, which is for the Ace of Pentacles. This is a yes card, but again, it's in the reverse. Hold on. I'm trying not to sneeze. Like, I feel a sneeze coming. Okay. So this card, it means what new financial opportunity is presenting itself. Um, and so in the upright, it would be new beginnings, material prosperity, abundance, and manifestation and opportunity. But in the reverse, it's not. In the reverse, it is lost opportunity, lack of planning, financial loss, and mischance. So this is it's a no card, but it feels like it could be turned into a yes. But feels like you're not prepared to get it, right? So in the upright, the money is in your hands. In the upright, it's like like you're ready, like it's meant to be, etc. It's just the value is huge and in the hand, so you're like ready and you have it and what have you. But in the reverse, I don't feel like it's feeling like you're not ready. I don't want to dig deeper. Um, ugh, God, get out my head. Okay, so it feels like you're not ready. Let me hear something else. Um, because the crazy thing about it is, first of all, I'm very anti R. Kelly. Okay, but when I said that it feels like you're not ready, I heard seems like you're ready, which obviously is a gross song to be singing these days. But what I'm getting from it though is that you do think you're ready. Like you think this is an opportunity like right now. Um, but it feels like it would cost you more. Feels like it would cost you more than you. I feel. Ooh. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Are you like looking at buying it off of somebody? Or I think that's what you're being warned against, is like buying it off of somebody. Like, I'm gonna save some money here. This is what I have. But it feels like no, you would be buying somebody's trouble, so it would actually cost you more. Um, and so that's where financial loss comes in. Yeah, I mean the car is expensive, but it feels like you would be buying somebody's problem. Like they wouldn't tell you everything, or it just happens. Like things just start to go out or whatever. But it feels like it would cost you more. Um, I don't want to get into that. Um, I'm just gonna warn you from getting it from whomever you were looking to get it from. Is it feels like it feels very strongly like the financial loss part of it and the lack of planning part of it is that um, you will be buying someone's problem. So it's something you wouldn't be planning for, and it definitely will be a loss for you. Like it would bleed you, and you would be upside down with the money and the value of that car. So, um, again, I'm hearing patience, um, and I'm hearing that's weird. Um, Sometimes my mind is like Bumblebee from the Transformers. So I get a song and I'm like, oh, okay. So the song I just heard, which I haven't heard in like forever, was New Edition. And it was like step by step. Ooh, baby. What's the next lyric? I feel like that's the thing. Hold on. Let me see. Who is that? What are they called again? Who are they? What did I just say? New Edition. Step. Not New Edition. What's some people name? New Kids on the Block. That's what I meant. New Kids on the Block. Step by step lyrics. Hold on. So step by step. Ooh, baby, gonna get to you, girl. Yeah, so you will get your car step by step. So it's like, don't jump in. Don't jump in. Like, get really prepared for it, but don't go with that person because you'll be buying their problem. So, is it a get it from the dealer? That answer I don't have. Uh, it doesn't feel like you have to go through a dealer either. It's just not this person, you know. But you'll get it. So it's like step by step, gonna get to you, girl. Step by step. Yeah. So you'll get it. Just not right now. I do, like I said, I did get patience. So you'll get it. And it'll be a much better deal. Yeah, it'll be a much better deal than this one because this one has greed attached to it. Greed, and there'll be some neglect to it. That's how you're getting their problem. Is there's something like they neglected, like some maintenance or some issue that they've neglected, which would become your problem. Okay? Does that make sense to you, Sashika? Yeah, don't rush out, and definitely not for that person. Patience is absolutely key. You will get it step by step. Like, literally, New Kids on the Block. That's funny. Yes, patience is the key. Did that make sense? Does that resonate? Yes, yes. Please be careful. And like, if you got somebody who's a mechanic friend or something, take them. If you use ChatGPT, you can have it create a list of questions. I did that when I went to buy a used car. I had a whole list of questions, whole list of things to check. So that is the thing. All right, y'all. So I have, let's see, step by step. Oh, great. That's in my head. Ooh, baby. They're gonna get to you, girl. Okay. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. All right. Anyway. So just really quickly, we are getting ready to wrap this up. I think I'll do like another 10 minutes and fudge nuggets. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Oops, sorry. So again, I have live only readings for $22, and that is a fuller reading. Otherwise, right now, all we're doing is one card pulls. Let me make sure this camera is good. Oh, it is. Yay. All right. Last things last. Okay, so make sure you're following me, and then you can ask a question. Opening up for the next question. Make sure you're following me and then open for the next question. Oh, turn. Okay, so I see Ginger has followed. Cassie has followed. Okay, Cassie. No relationship question though. I don't do relationships, so please ask a different one. There we go. I do not do relationships, y'all, and I don't do medical questions. Medical is just not in my gifting, and relationships are someone else's free will. I don't mess with that. So if you got another one, Cassie, you may ask it. Otherwise, I'm going to see who's next. Again, you must be following me to ask the question. Ginger, did you have a question? So, guys, these cards are in the shopping cart, and these are really good for people learning tarot, like I am. Like I'm learning like all the rules and stuff to it, but there are other cards in there too that I use that I love. All right, so Cassie, will I move back to Indianapolis? All right. Oh, jeez. Okay. Sorry about that, Ginger. I just don't do relationships. Cassie, will I move? Will I move back to Indiana? I just heard. I told you I'm like Bumblebee. I just heard going back yonder. So hold on. Let me see. Will Cassie move back to Indianapolis? Let's see. Let me ask you: Is that a move you actually want? Because again, like I said, I hear music, so I heard the clip that we've used on these different profiles, like these social media things, and like I heard no, 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 no. So I'm checking. Is that what you want, Cassie? Hello, Mel. Thank you for following me. Hello, Erica. Thank you so much for following me. Y'all, I do. Okay, I do. I do not do relationship questions. There we go. I don't do relationship questions or medical questions. So please, I'm sure there's a reader on here somewhere who does. All right. So, Cassie, let's do this. Let's ask if that's the best. Because, like you said, you're trying to. You said trying to see if it is the best move. Okay. It's going back to Indiana, the best move for Cassie. I still hear it again. I keep hearing no, no, no. I'm sorry. I don't know if that's what you want. That answer didn't sound like it was. The answer just sounded like you kind of resigned to whatever comes up. A little confusion. See? It says no. No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm sorry if that's what you want. This is Five of Pentacles, and 5 is a struggle card. 5 tends to, at least from what I've seen and other readers do speak on, is that 5 tends to be a struggle card, a struggle number. And this is the 5 of Pentacles. And so it's speaking to, hardship, poverty, insecurity, need, and isolation. So it says staying in lack mentality can manifest unwanted desires, so change is necessary. Okay, so hold on, let me see something. Hold on, let me think. I'm like trying to get something and I'm trying to see if I can hear it. Hold on, let me put this down. Cassie. What does it say? So, the question on here is, what support do I need to get back on my feet? And yet the saying here is that staying in lack mentality can help you manifest the problems. And I'm actually getting here is that like okay. I'm getting a little bit of bitterness. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I'm getting bitterness because it feels like um hello Raj. It feels like you're looking at someone who has more and expecting their help. And okay. I'm just gonna say it the way that I'm receiving it, all right? That's how it's gonna go. I'm not gonna pull another card, so let me not shuffle because I feel like more cards are gonna jump out because it's like, oh, there's so much to tell you. So okay, let me show you the card. Here you go. So this is the Five of Pentacles, and if you notice, it's like the Tiny Tim scene here. You have this guy, this little boy. He's hobbling. He's on a cane or crutch or whatever. There's the pentacles that's making like a Christmas tree, like a gifting in the window. And then you see a woman in poverty, like she's wrapped up, but her feet are barefoot as she's walking on the snow. So again, the words here are talking about hardship, but the phrase over here is the one that's pointing to how you're feeding the hardship. And it's like you're feeding in a way like you're feeding the let me just say this. Is it Indianapolis? One of those. Those are not that's not the only option you have. Okay? So that's one thing. That's not the only option you have. And I feel like you're looking over here. It's like look over there. Look over there. There's another option. There's another way. There's another thing here that is a support that could actually help you get on your foot. So you said you're trying to see if that is the best decision. Look at the other one, really. Because if you take this move back to Indianapolis, what are you putting yourself back into is what you need to be thinking about. Um, are you putting yourself back into feeling like an outsider, feeling like a black sheep, an outcast, a burden on other people, resentful because people who have aren't helping enough as you think they should be? Um, so, so think of the trade-off. Is Indianapolis, whatever, is that going to be worth it? Is that going to be worth the mental exercises you're going to have to go through? It could be in a way because it'll force you to face some things, but will it tear you down in the same at the same time? Right? Like, is it going to build you up or is it going to tear you down at the same time? So it's saying here like there's another option. Um, it's not your only option, and change your mindset. Um, like change the way you're seeing an opportunity. There's like I'm feeling like there's something you're not taking, and you're like, no, I can't do that. No, that's not exactly how I want it. And it's like, but did you look at that the right way? Did you actually like really consider what this would give you, the time it'll give you to breathe, and still allow you to be a whole person, as you work on that. So the answer about Indianapolis is a no. But again, it's always up to you, right? Make sense? Okay. Oh, this is so accurate. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. I got time for one more. Again, you need to be following me. You feel that? Let me just tell you, I just lived it. And that's one of the things that I like in my head. I was seeing the comparison, but I'm like, it's still not the same. But I know what it cost me, right? I did have to face those demons, those shadows and stuff, like I did have to face that. And I did come out of it on the other way, but it took therapy. It like I did a whole assault of I need help, I need support, like I need all this, right? So I did just go through that literally, and but it just feels like, but it's not that either. It's just I kept seeing it, which is my reference point, and I'm like, but it's not that either. Okie dokies. So, okay. Are you following me? If you're following me, first person to put a question, that is the last person I'm taking. If you want to grab a full reading, this is the last call. It's a $22 donation. My readings are $111, but I'm doing a live up to 4 more people at the, oh, ow, sorry, my wrist started hurting. Okay, so are you following me? If you are, drop your question, and I will just pull somebody random, actually, because I don't know what's happening. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, so, all right, so the Brat Jantasia. Ooh, okay, Jantasia. I don't do relationship problems, y'all, or questions. Okay, Jantasia. Will I get an orthodontic assistant job in September? Jeez. Okay. I'm going to answer this. My immediate answer was no. But it was more of the rush of time that's being put behind it. That has like desperation energy to it. And you definitely want to avoid going into any situation with desperation energy, because your choice making won't be the best. Like you can get the job and then absolutely hate the freaking job. All right, so that was the initial. Let's see if the card said the same thing. But that is what I got intuitively is you will get one that I did get, but that date ain't the best. I'm looking for a dental assistant, just don't know which one I'll start at. I don't know exactly what that means. Don't cry. Don't cry. Dry your eyes. Okay. Let me see. Thank you for sharing, Laurenita. I really appreciate it. If you have a non-relationship question, I'll sneak you in for that. Thank you. Hold on. Okay. So, what was your real name, the brat? I forgot what it was. I don't want to scroll because I'll tip my phone. Okay. Yeah. Jantasia. Okay. I don't do relationship questions though, but thank you. Because people have free will. Okay. Jantasia. Will Jantasia get a dental assistant job? All right. So I'm actually having a moment of confusion right now. Is there a particular place you're looking at already? Because it's like my brain. Yeah. My brain is saying the dental assistant job. So do you have one you're looking at as opposed to a dental assistant job? You know what I'm asking? Like, do you already have one in mind? Is what I'm saying. Like a place that you're looking at. Thank you for understanding. I'm going to tell you what this card was. Oh, okay. Yeah, because my phone's starting to die. I was saying, Jontasia, like, do you have a particular, um, I'm trying to say the question of, will you get a dental assistant job in September? But my brain keeps tripping up on the dental assistant's job. So I'm asking for clarity. Is there a place in your mind already that you were looking into? Um, because yeah. Oh, sorry, my nose is itchy. Okay, no. All right, cool. Um, I'm trying to think of what that's about then. Hold on. Okay. So I'm gonna put this back in. Okay. Hold on. I'm moving states away. Oops. Oh shoot. Do I have an appointment today? All right. Hold on. Um. Yeah. This is gonna have to be the last question because my doctor just called. Okay. Um. Okay. You're saying you're moving states away. I'm trying to get that then. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to get the phone to stay place. Stay in place, baby. Oh, there we go. But then that blocks your answers. All right, hold on. Move this over here. All right, so I'll say this one more time. Last call for grabbing a reading on the live, a full reading for $22, and then after that, they are at their regular price. Oh, that's what it. Okay. Why are these so worn? I need new ones. And if I ever fall. Yeah, I don't do relationship questions. Okay. Y'all, hold on a second. Hold on. Boop, 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 boop. Where did I hit pause? Hold on, I'll be right back. Hello?
Good morning. I'm calling from CHI. I'm looking for the parents of William.
Speaking.
Hi. The reason I was calling today is because I received a message from my chart requesting a referral for the allergist.
Yes.
Okay, so the problem that we're having is the last time we referred him to the allergist was almost a year ago. So I was speaking to the person that takes care of referrals, and she says that he needs to be seen in order to update the referral.
That allergist referral was not a year.
Huh?
That allergist
referral. No. The referral they put in the system was almost a year, so it's pretty much old. So they can't really use that one.
It's not because he saw the doctor in December, so it's not a year. So
let me see.
Yeah, he saw the doctor in December. That was the first time he saw a doctor at CHI.
Yeah, I see he's seen it for December, but they only put one visit for the referral. So it was only authorized for one visit. So basically, it's done. The referral is basically done. It has no more visits on it.
He's never used it.
He's never used it?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't get the appointment until it was months out, so he didn't get the appointment until this August one.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Let me see. Was there a phone number there? Give me 1 second. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Oh, they're requesting specific ones. I doubt they're going to accept this referral, but I can try.
Okay.
So I'll fax what I have here in my system from December of last year.
Okay.
If they accept it, give them a call and confirm that it's good enough. If they don't, most likely you'll probably have to see the doctor. I'm sorry about that.
Okay. Yeah, it's
but
been hard to see the new doctors.
I'll send the one I have here from December.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Bye.
Okay. Ooh, sorry, y'all. Hello. Welcome back. I am glad I took that phone call, though. Okay. So what was I saying? Jontasia. Will Jontasia get a dental assistant job in her move? Okay. So it's saying, this is a yes card. It says, for everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. What goes around comes around. See, this is where my note comes in, because on this card, if you look here, right underneath it, it says no time indicating. So that's going with what I'm getting this much. So that's going with what I said is September is not the guarantee. Will you get a dental assistant job? Yes. Will you get it into September? That's not for guarantee. It could be October. Like at the very beginning of October, like you can get the job and not be able to start until then, you know? So basically, the question here, and it's so interesting because you're talking about this is with a move. It says here, how can you adapt to changing circumstances? And that the card keywords are cycles, change, fate, destiny, and divine timing. So it is what I was saying too about the job is like, stick to the timing. Don't rush anything. Don't take a job just because you need a job. Like, don't let that desperation energy be the driver. Let it be divine energy, that is. Okay? Does that make sense? Is it there? There you go. Let me know if that makes sense. Is that resonating? Are you still here? I don't know. All right, so we are wrapping up because I've been at it 2.5 hours. And I said I was not going to do that. And I did. Thank y'all for spending time with me. Jontasia, let me know if that makes sense before I get off. Let me know if it's resonating. If you're still here, I don't know, because I had to hit pause, so I might have lost you. Alrighty, so I don't see her, so I hope, well, that means she missed the answer. Are you here, babe? I hope you're here. I wanted you to hear the answer. Okay. So, all right. I don't see you. Hopefully you heard me. If you did not, then I don't know. I hope you heard me. Okay. So I'm about to get off, y'all. Again, if you want your own readings, they will be, you can book your own, just not at the live only price. Yeah, she's not here. All right, cool beans. She missed it. Well, I mean, it backed up everything I already told her. But alrighty. Bye, y'all. Okay, y'all, we got to go. You know we got to go.